what's inside a dream. He's the path that led me to that place, yellow desert screen. My Shangri-La beneath the summer moon, I will return again. As the dust that floats high into when moving through.
At this time, the Tennessee High baseball team would like to take a moment to honor our seniors this evening. Both seniors have been instrumental in their time here, setting a positive example of what Team First means. Our first senior is Caden Music, number 3. Caden is joined at home plate today by his parents, Holly and Scott Denton, his brothers, Austin and Bailey Music, and his sisters-in-law, along with all his adorable nieces and nephews. And looking out into the stands, it means so much to him to have his Nana cheering him on. Caden is excited to start his next chapter at Northeast State Community College, where he will be studying education. His dream is to teach high school history and hopefully make a positive impact on students. Reflecting on his time in Tennessee High baseball, some of Caden's most cherished memories are the incredible friendships he's forged with his teammates. These are bonds he truly believes will last a lifetime. Caden would also like to give a heartfelt thank you to all his coaches at Tennessee High, both past and present. Your time, dedication, and belief in me, both as a player and a student, have meant so much. Finally, to his teammates, Caden would like to leave you with this. Always keep God first in everything you do and stay true to the values that define you. If you do that, you'll find true success in life. Go Vikings. Ladies and gentlemen, number 3, Caden Music. Our second senior is number 10, Cooper Harris. Cooper is joined at home plate today by his mother, Tammy Moore, and his brother, Carter Harris, his sister, Cabela Harris, and his father, Chad Harris. In the stands with Cooper is a large number of family and friends, especially his Nan and Paul, who have rarely missed a game since T-ball. Cooper is a 3-year varsity player. He plans to attend Southwest Virginia Community College in the fall to further his baseball career and study pre-med. Cooper's intent after junior college is to transfer to a D1 school and continue playing the game he loves. He plans on majoring in kinesiology and minoring in history. It is Cooper's desire to work with injured athletes to help get them back on the road to recovery and return to sports. Cooper's favorite memory of his high school career was most recently against Wise Central when he walked off winning the game, and celebrating with the fellas. Cooper would also like to thank the coaching staff at Tennessee High for the many times they pushed him to be a better baseball player. Specifically, he would like to personally thank Coach Morlock for teaching him his signature number 5 drop ball pitch when he was 11 years old. That pitch has won him many games over the years. To the players, Cooper would like to leave with you these words. Fellas, enjoy it while you can, be coachable, and buy into the program. We are all here for one goal, and that is to win. Cooper, as you near home plate, your mama wants you to know how incredibly proud she is of you. She wants you to know that there is no place like home and that she will always be there waiting for you, cheering the loudest. Ladies and gentlemen, number 10, Cooper Harris.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. Tonight's the night. Let's live it up. I got my money. Let's spend it up. Go out and smash it. Like, oh my God. Jump out that sofa. Let's get off. I know that we'll have a ball if we get down and go out and just lose it all. I feel stressed out, I wanna let it go. Let's go way out, spaced out, and losing all control. Fill up my cup, Mazel tov. Look at her dancing, just take it off. Let's paint the town, we'll shut it down. Let's burn the roof, and then we'll do it again. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, and do it, and do it. Let's live it up, and do it, and do it, and do it, do it, do it. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. 'Cause I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. that tonight's gonna be a good, good night. I'm feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. I feel tonight's the night. Hey, let's live it up. Let's live it up. I got my money. Hey, let's spin it up. Let's spin it up. Go out and smash it. Smash it. Like oh my God. Like oh my God. Jump out that sofa. Come on. Let's get off. Fill up my cup. Drink. Mazel tov. Look at her dancing. Move it, move it. Just take it off. Let's spin it.
We'd like to welcome everyone to Haynesfield Park, Todd Houston Memorial Field, for today's final regular season home game between your visiting Sullivan East High Patriots and your home team, your Tennessee High Vikings. Here are your starting lineups. First for Sullivan East. Leading off for East and playing third base, number 13, Peyton Lingerfeld. Batting second, pitcher number 4, Luke Blevins. Batting third, shortstop number 5, Zach Johnson. Batting fourth, the DH number 12, Jonah Smith. Batting fifth, the catcher number 15, Josh Misitano. Batting sixth, right fielder number 2, Caden Hicks. Batting seventh, first baseman number 14, Aldair Ortiz. Batting eighth, second baseman number 9, Ethan Hale. Batting ninth, center fielder number 3, TK Crowder. And in the field, number 1, Blue Prophet, playing left field. And now, your Tennessee High Vikings. Leading off in right field, number 8, Dane Music. Batting second, left fielder number 1, Gage Graziano. Batting third, first baseman number 17, Preston Fagans. In the cleanup spot, shortstop number 6, Hudson Pender. Batting fifth, second baseman number 3, Caden Music. Batting sixth, third baseman number 19, Rylan Lambert. Batting seventh, center fielder number 2, Russell Blevins. Batting eighth, the DH number 15, Colton Cross. Batting ninth, catcher number 4, Gabe Altizer. And on the mound for the Vikings, your pitcher, number 10, Cooper Harris. At this time, we'd like to invite everyone to please rise, remove your hats, cover your hearts, and honor our nation with the playing of our national anthem. Let's play ball.
Gentlemen, and welcome to Tennessee High Baseball here on the Viking Sports Network. Coach Charlie Tiller here with Ryan Dolinger and our producer Colin Moore. We're ready to bring you this afternoon's regular season finale between the Vikings and the Sullivan East Patriots. So we've got a great rivalry game for y'all this afternoon as these two teams close out their regular season. The Vikings will be in action in the district tournament on Thursday. So, got to get this rivalry game out of the way first, though. Ryan, it's good to have you today.
Good to be here, Charlie.
And we're going to get you the starting lineups for this afternoon's game. First for the Patriots. Leading off will be the third baseman, Peyton Lingerfeld. Luke Blevins will bat second on the mound. The shortstop, Zach Johnson, will bat third. Jonah Smith, the DH, will bat fourth. Josh Misitano, the catcher, will bat fifth. Caden Hicks will bat sixth and play right field. Aldair Ortiz will be the first baseman in the seventh spot. Ethan Hale will bat eighth and play second. TK Crowder, the catcher, will bat ninth. And the flex player, the fielder, will be left fielder Blue Prophet. For the Vikings on defense, left to right in the outfield, it's Graziano, Blevins, and Music. Around the infield, Ryland, Lambert, Hudson, Pender, Caden Music, and Preston Fagans. The catcher is Gabe Altizer, and the pitcher, the senior, Cooper Harris, here on Senior Day. So we're about ready to get going. So again, we'll have leading off Peyton Lingerfeld for the Patriots.
Yeah, honored our two beloved seniors today before the game started, and forget it was Mr. Music had quite the entourage at home plate.
That he did.
Lots of nieces and nephews and in-laws.
First pitch is lined up the middle, and that's a leadoff single. So one pitch and a base hit for Lingerfeld to get things started.
Next up for the Patriots, pitcher number 4, Luke Blevins.
So Luke Blevins, the pitcher, left-hander, who also hits from the left side, will stand in here.
Yeah, wasting no time there. First pitch fastball straight up the middle.
Harris with a move over to first. And we'll get a bunt attempt, and he will get it down. Harris fields it with his bare hand. Short hops it on Fagans at first, but Preston squeezes it beautifully. But a well-executed sacrifice bunt.
Yep, 2 quick pitches, and now we're on the third hitter already. Nice sacrifice attempt there to get that bunt down and move the runner over to scoring position for the Patriots.
So it'll bring Zach Johnson to the plate, the shortstop. And first pitch misses a bit outside, 1-0. Vikings come in today with a 16-9 overall record. They're 8-3 in conference play. And that's a called strike. Vikings will be the 2 seed for the upcoming district tournament, which means they'll get a first-round date with Unicoi County. The Patriots at 0-11 in conference play and 11-16 overall will play on Wednesday against David Crockett in the elimination game.
Yep, coming off of a walk-off victory last Wednesday. We got rained out on Friday.
Yeah, I heard you got robbed of your chance to make your public address announcing debut.
I did, unfortunately.
Yeah, Coach Brown was telling me this afternoon that all you got to say was, "Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, the game is canceled."
Yep.
Have a nice night.
Yep. I had to rest my voice that night. It was pretty raspy after all those words I had to say.
I'd say so. Pitch misses up high, and that's ball 4. So Johnson will head down to first, and we'll have the designated hitter, Jonah Smith, coming to the plate.
Now batting cleanup hitter, the DH, number 12, Jonah Smith.
Of course, Sullivan East coached by the veteran Mike Brenninger, I believe 25 years at Sullivan East, and has announced that he will be stepping down at the end of the season.
Wow.
After a long and successful run for the Patriots.
I would imagine, yeah. Yeah, Cooper Harris got quite the tight slider here early on, just not able to find any consistency with his fastball quite yet.
Here's the 0-1. Of course, Cooper, as it was said during the senior night festivities, planning to attend Southwest Virginia Community College next year and keep playing some baseball. So Cooper comes set in the 1-1. Misses away, 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
So Harris looking to locate here.
Yep, just having a little bit tough time settling in here and finding his rhythm.
Throw back to first,
Ooh.
and it's a close one. And a little delayed call by the base umpire, but
definitely fooled Zach Johnson over there at first. He was not anticipating a throw over.
not sure that our base umpire was anticipating a throw over either. So it's 2-1. 2-1 pitch. It's going to be fouled back. And that'll even the count at 2. So again, first and second, only one out. Infield at double play depth right here. Here's the 2-2. And that is a beautiful breaking ball called strike 3.
Yeah, that sure was. Fooled him with the slider, paints that outside edge, and great job to get that called third strike.
So 2 are out, and the catcher, Josh Misitano,
Now batting for the Patriots,
will step in.
number 15, Josh Misitano.
Right-handed hitting catcher for the Patriots. First pitch to him is going to be a breaking ball that misses low and away, 1-0. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. That ball is going to be popped up. Right side, is there going to be room for Fagans? There is not. He has a little bit of a meeting with the netting over there.
Yeah, it looks like that. He just had a tough time trying to track that sky high in the air with the sun shining, not a lot of clouds in the sky, and it falls right behind him.
And of course the sun right now, as it often is at this time of day here at Todd Houston, makes it really tough on that first baseman.
Sure does.
So here's the 1-1. That is a called strike. 1-2.
Quite the run on that fastball. Probably like a mid-80s fastball, looks like.
So Harris ahead in the count now, 1-2. See what he decides to dial up right here.
There's that slider again.
Uses that breaking ball to throw him a chair, and that will retire the side. So we will head to the bottom of the first after East gets a hit but can't plate any runners, leave a couple, and we will head to the bottom of the first with the score. Sullivan East nothing, the Vikings coming to bat. We will keep it here to give you the lineup for the Vikings. Leading off for the Vikings will be the right fielder Dane Music. Gage Graziano will bat second and left field. Preston Fagans, the first baseman, bats third. Hudson Pender, the shortstop, in the cleanup spot. The senior Caden Music will bat 5th and play 2nd. Rylan Lambert at 3rd base will bat 6th. Russell Blevins, the center fielder, bats 7th. Colton Cross is the designated hitter today. He will be in the 8 hole. And Gabe Altizer will hit in the 9 hole as the catcher. Defensively for the Patriots, from left to right in the outfield, it's Blue Prophet. Out in left field, for some reason I missed putting the center fielder in. That's J.K. Crowder. Caden Hicks will be the right fielder. Peyton Lingerfeld, Zach Johnson, Ethan Hale, and Aldair Ortiz around the infield. The catcher is Josh Misitano, and on the mound, it's the left-hander Luke Blevins. So, Vikings look to get on the board early here as Misitano has now taken his place behind home plate after taking a second as he was in the
great
batter's
job
box.
by Cooper Harris to get out of an early jam there. Gives up a first pitch of the game single and then a sacrifice bunt, and he's able to keep those runners left on base at first and second and find that strike zone and get those 2 back-to-back strikeouts on incredible pitches,
Yeah.
Charlie.
Really good breaking ball, I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, and if he can throw that for a strike, that's just going to make it even better, I'd say, because then those guys know they've got to swing at it when they read it.
Yep, for sure. Able to find his consistency with that fastball as well, and he can throw that slider off of that. Be tough to beat today.
Yeah.
And I know the Vikings could use a long outing from him with the conference tournament coming up later this week. Keep some fresh pitchers there for when it really does matter.
Absolutely. All right, so we've got Dane Music leading things off for the Vikings. Dane, 316, 5 home runs, 20 runs batted in. Tennessee High's leader in both of those categories. We're having a little powwow over here by the first base dugout. Coach Adam Cross, Coach Brenninger, and the 2 umpires. So when the umpires decide they're ready to get to it, we'll get to it. Here they come. So, see if Music can get things started here for the Vikings. First pitch from the lefty. It's going to be a called strike, 0-1. He's a fairly diminutive little lefty. He's going to step off now. And here's the 0-1.
Ooh.
Gonna miss down low. 1-1.
Certainly not a bad spot to miss there. Almost little slider, maybe like a cutter that he just threw there.
1-1 is going to be grounded to short. Johnson up with it. He will throw on to first in time and retires Dane Music. So there is 1 away, and that'll bring up Graziano. Graziano, left fielder. Today hitting .392 coming into today. A couple home runs. 19 runs batted in. That first pitch is going to be popped towards the right center field, and Hicks will settle under it, and they're quickly 2 away.
Yeah, 3 pitches in so far, 2 quick outs for the Vikings.
Yeah, it seems like both teams' top 2 hitters in the lineup very eager today.
Oh yeah.
I mean, between the 4 of them, they saw 6 pitches.
Almost reminiscent of our Wednesday game,
Yep.
Charlie, where we
Little
were
bit.
attacking early and trying to not look at many pitches early.
The first pitch misses low, 1-0. Preston Fagans. Preston 347. couple home runs, 17 runs batted in. That pitch, Fagans checked his swing, but it didn't matter. It's a called strike. And it's 1-1.
Yeah, fantastic job by Luke Blevins up to this point. He's really spotting up his pitches well, working both inside and outside.
Here's the 1-1. Pitch is going to miss low, 2-1. Hudson Pender on deck. It's the 2-1 to Fagans, and that's going to get in on him and be taken for a ball, and it's 3-1. So advantage count right here for the Viking first baseman. 3-1 pitch. It's going to be a called strike on the inside part of the plate, and we've gone full.
Great pitch, great 3-1 pitch there on the inside corner. Let's see what happens here on this full count.
So the payoff is going to be lined towards right center field, but it is going to hang up for Hicks, and he will make the catch to retire the side. So the Vikings go down in order in the first, and we will head to the second with no score here on the Viking Sports Network.
You like trucks? Friendship's got trucks. What trucks? All the trucks. New trucks, used trucks, small trucks, big trucks, off-road trucks, adventure trucks, heavy-duty trucks, gas, diesel, hybrid, EV, fire trucks, commercial trucks, four-door trucks, smart. Wait, no fire trucks. But we've got red trucks, though, and every other color that gets you going, too. We've got trucks for work, trucks for play, trucks for hauling, trucks for balling, trucks that drive themselves. Because no one has more trucks than Friendship.
We're dealing!
Individual effort, dedication, and a positive attitude combined with team spirit are the key elements of winners. The Robinette Company has positions available for people who want to join our winning team of over 400 employees. We proudly provide flexible packaging for many of our nation's finest brands like Moon Pie, Royal Oak Charcoal, Pillsbury, King Arthur Flour, Great Value, Food Club, and many others. Apply online at robinettejobs.com today. An equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Tennessee High Baseball here on the Viking Sports Network. Coach Charlie Tiller, our producer Colin Moore, and Ryan Dollinger here with you. And we have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters due this inning for Sullivan East. The leadoff hitter will be Caden Hicks. Caden, who basically recorded the last 2 outs in the bottom of the first in right field, will lead things off here.
Yeah, pretty busy out there in right field to start the game.
First pitch is going to miss away, 1-0.
Yeah, that one got a little bit away from him there. Tried to overthrow it and just left it arm side.
Second pitch
Much
is going to
better
be
there.
foul tipped. Leaving the count at 1. That pitch is going to be a strike, as it looked like he tried to do a little drag
there.
bunt right there.
Caden must have a little bit of speed on the base paths there, and a left-handed hitter trying to drag bunt there. But now he's behind in the count, 1-2.
And he is swinging and missing. He will have a seat.
That was a fantastic changeup there by Cooper. Able to set him up that whole way, nice and away. No chance for the hitter to make contact with that one. 1 out.
So that'll bring Aldair Ortiz to the plate. And it looks like Coach Roberts is going to come out here and have a word. And
that might be it for him.
It looks like we might be getting a pitching change. It looks like we are. It looks like Gabe Graziano possibly is going to get a little bit of time on the mound. I almost said in the circle, like we were at the softball field. So I'd imagine this is a pitch count related deal where they're saving people. So it looks like we might be trying to piece it together today.
Yeah, looks like it.
So while Graziano gets loose, we will take a quick break and be right back here on the Viking Sports Network.
There's always two sides to every story. At Toyota of Bristol, it's no different. Some say we have a stress-free buying process. Others say it's a no-haggle approach. Some believe our service techs got them back on the road in no time. Others say their wait flew by. And some say they were treated like family, while others felt they were put first. No matter how you look at it, you can't deny the truth. We'll get you exactly what you're looking for. Toyota of Bristol always gives you more.
Friendship Ford has it all. It's got a 7-day any reason exchange. It's got over 2,000 vehicles in stock. Yeah, that internet price you see, we guarantee it. You want free delivery? Sure, anywhere. And oh yeah, the region's only lifetime warranty. That's on every vehicle sold. And that, my friends, is what Friendship Ford's got.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Tennessee High Baseball. Here's we have one out in the top of the second inning, and Gage Graziano will take the hill. So Gage gonna fire and throw a first pitch strike. Basically, he and Cooper Harris just switched places. Cooper's out in left field now.
Yep. And I believe Tennessee High will probably keep the designated hitter, and Cooper will just play in the field for this point.
That pitch is going to be grounded foul. So Graziano ahead in the count 0-2 as the umpire.
Allow the bullpen catcher to go get the foul ball there.
So here's Graziano's 0-2. Pitch is going to miss a bit away, 1-2.
Not a bad spot there by Gage at all, trying to bring that fastball front door, trying to bring it across the outside corner there. Not a bad spot, 1-2, still ahead.
So Graziano comes set, kicks in, deals. And that pitch is going to miss down low, 2-2.
And attempted to go slider there, almost got him to chase there. He certainly thought about it.
And the 2-2 is going to be a fastball for called strike 3. Graziano throws him a chair, and it's 2 outs.
Yeah, fantastic fastball. Comes back to the inside corner part of the plate, keeps it down and low, and gets that third called strike.
Second baseman, number 9, Ethan Hale.
So 2 are down, and Ethan Hale will be the batter, the second baseman for the Patriots. Graziano, ready, and the pitch. Missed down low, 1-0. So again, another beautiful day for baseball here at Todd Houston, and that pitch is going to be chopped foul over near the Viking dugout.
And quite the sunny day, barely any clouds in the sky. A little bit hotter than it was last week, if I do say so myself, Charlie.
Good bit.
Yeah.
And the 1-1. Breaking ball in for a strike. And it's 1-2.
Fantastic pitch there on the breaking ball. He just left it a little bit up. You certainly don't want to miss there, but regardless, he's got the advantage count at 1-2.
So the 1-2 pitch. A little interesting right there. It was like Gage kind of started and stopped right there.
Mm-hmm. Forget who that pitcher was for the Yankees last year, and now he's playing somewhere else. Nestor Cortez, I think, that does all the funky leg kicks and stuff. Yes.
And instead we get a high fastball. No need for a base runner there, as Graziano will throw him a chair, and we will head to the bottom of the second with no score here on the Viking Sports Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Tennessee High Baseball here on the Viking Sports Network. Coach Charlie Tiller with Ryan Dolinger and our producer Colin Moore, bringing you this afternoon's rivalry game to close out conference play between the Vikings and Sullivan East. And the first pitch to Hudson Pender misses down low, 1-0. Hudson, the Vikings shortstop, having a terrific freshman season. 378, 15 runs batted in. And that pitch is going to miss down low, 2-0.
Yeah, pitching coach Dustin Pinnell has got to be quite satisfied with those first two innings. 5 out of the 6 outs recorded as strikeouts, and no walks given up yet.
Makes your defense a little bit better.
Sure does.
It's a called strike to Pender, 2-1. So here's the 2-1 pitch to Pender. And he's going to ground that one foul past Coach Roberts over there at third, and leaving the count at 2. So 2-2 pitch to Pender. That pitch, he kind of waited on it and essentially got it just short hopped past the second baseman right there.
I kind of give him an E on that one. Yeah. I mean, it went right underneath his glove.
Yeah, we
might have to call that an error there.
The official score is an error on that one. It was kind of an in-between hop, but it's a play you got to make.
Very much so.
And that'll bring Cade Music to the plate. Caden showing bunt, now bunt. Pulling back, runner goes, and Pender will get in standing up as the catcher mishandled the ball right there on the transfer. So now we'll be interested to see if Vikings choose to bunt. They are not. Music will take a called strike on the inside part of the plate. And it's 1-1. Music getting the start here at second base on senior day. I'm fortunate enough to have Caden in class first period. He is a really outstanding young man as he swings and misses at that one, but the ball gets by the catcher and Now the Vikings with the go-ahead run 90 feet away.
Yeah, stolen base to get second, and then a little pass ball there on the catcher.
So we'll see. It looks like the Patriots are going to... Interesting. They're bringing the shortstop in. The second baseman and first baseman are staying back.
Interesting little strategy.
A very interesting bit of strategy right here as that pitch misses away just off the plate 2-2.
Tried to bring that slider back door there and just missed the outside corner on that call, and we got a 2-ball, 2-strike count.
So here's the 2-2. That pitch is going to be popped foul over here on the first base side and out of play. So the count will remain 2-2. Yeah, I don't know that I've ever seen them pull in one side of the infield. You know, you see them pull the corners in sometimes and keep the other guys at double play depth, but it's pretty unusual to see them pull.
Yeah, especially with no outs this early in the game. It's a bold strategy.
And Caden's going to foul that ball straight back. And he's hanging in there. Lambert on deck.
Yeah. Quite the beautiful sunny evening, like one may call it a Chamber of Commerce day.
Absolutely.
Isn't that right, Charlie?
Somebody might say that sometime. And that is called strike 3 on a nice breaking ball. So music goes down looking. And that'll bring Rylan Lambert to the plate. Rylan a .203 batting average, but does have 16 runs batted in. So the average certainly not where he would want it to be, but the RBI are right there. You know, as we said, music leads the team with 20. Garziano has 19, Fagan 17, and then the rest are a bunch of 15s and 16s. So, and that's
there it is.
Number 17 for Rylan Lambert as he hits a shot. Again, they had the shortstop pulled in. And so Rylan Lambert just hits it right past that infielder. And the Vikings lead 1-0.
A solid piece of hitting there on the first pitch. Got something to hit and was able to drive it right past that shortstop, like you were mentioning, Charlie, that was in on that play. And you wonder if he was playing back if they would have been able to get that second out.
And Russell Blevins will be the hitter.
Got a Blevins versus Blevins matchup.
Absolutely.
On the mound and at the plate.
Russell 277. And he hits that ball right through the 5-6 hole. And
My mistake on the call. That was Russell Blevins. Now batting the DH, number 15.
so Colton Cross will get an opportunity right here with the Vikings again ahead 1-0 and threatening for more with 2 on and 1 out. Cross, the freshman outfielder, hitting .263, has also driven in 16 runs on the season. First pitch to him is a called strike, 0-1.
Yeah, this is where our athletic director, my ex-head coach Blaine Brown, would really harp on situational hitting, Charlie. You got a runner on first and second with less than 2 outs. You got to get the runners over. Get a job done here. Ideally a ground ball or a fly ball to the right side.
That's going to be popped foul coming over here near the first base dugout, and it will fall harmlessly to the turf. Catcher Altizer is on deck. It's a cross again, looking for a potential RBI right here. Pitch to him is going to hit in front of the plate. Nice stop by the catcher, Misitano.
Little slider that bounces about 58 feet.
Those tend to do that sometimes.
Able to lay off.
So here comes the 1-2. That pitch is going to be bounced into the Tennessee High dugout. Actually, nice hands by Altizer. He didn't let it get there. The on-deck batter with the snag. Now it looks like we're going to have a little adjustment over here at third base. I think the third baseman didn't feel like it was down quite securely enough, so Coach Roberts now raking a little dirt. And the bag is much more secure now. Looks like he's done that a time or two in his career, I'd say. Here's the 1-2. That's going to bounce and get past the catcher that time. That one was probably a little less than 58 feet right there.
That's a wild pitch, I would say, right there.
I would say that is definitely accurate.
Yeah.
So now the Vikings have those two runners in scoring position. It looks like the Patriots are going to play their infielders at regular depth right here. So a ground ball could play to run right here. And instead we're going to get a fly ball right center field. The right fielder Hicks on to get it. We've got a Lambert tags up, and he is going to be safe as the ball comes loose from the catcher here at home plate. So they had a chance to get him, but Lambert collided with the catcher, Misitano's glove, and he is safe. So a sacrifice fly right there for Cross. He gets his 17th run batted in of the season. And the Vikings lead 2-0. Blevins moved up to third as well. And that'll give Gabe Altizer a chance right here. First pitch to Altizer is a called strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 to Altizer. Pitch is going to skip in there for a ball, 1-1.
Yeah, Blevins getting into a little bit of a second inning jam here. Vikings have done quite a great job at the plate, able to see a little bit more pitches in this inning. Let's see if Blevins can minimize the damage with and hold this 2-0 deficit.
Seems like that's a recurring theme, as Altizer will pop this one over on the right side, and that one will get into the Patriot bullpen. Altizer, by the way, hitting .211 on the season. This is just his 25th plate appearance, 20th at bat, and he's going to go down swinging, and that will retire the side. But the Vikings are able to plate a couple of runs on a couple of hits. They'll leave one, and we will head to the third inning with a new score. It's the Vikings 2 and Sullivan East nothing here on the Vikings Sports Network.
Whatever it is you drive, you'll find it at Friendship. Tell them, Mitch.
We're dealing!
The Robinette Company supports Viking athletics. We are one of the Tri-Cities' premier manufacturing companies with over 400 skilled and dedicated employees. Just like the Viking athletes, training, dedication, and teamwork are the cornerstones of our success. We supply flexible packaging to many of our nation's finest products, such as Moon Pie, Royal Oak Charcoal, Pillsbury, King Arthur Flour, Great Value, Food Club, and many others. Join our winning team and apply online at therobinettecompany.com. An equal opportunity employer. Go Vikings!
Whoa, in a couple of days, they're gonna take me away.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Tennessee High Baseball here on the Viking Sports Network. Coach Charlie Tiller, along with Ryan Dolinger and our producer Colin Moore, here on a beautiful Monday afternoon. Final regular season game for the Vikings. TK Crowder, the center fielder, will lead things off. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Patriots in this inning. Crowder, Lingerfeld, and Blevins.
And we got some action down in the Viking bullpen.
That pitch is going to get inside. Thought it might have hit him, but it apparently did not. And it's 1-1. Viking left-hander getting loose down there in the pen. And here's the 1-1. Pitch is going to miss upstairs.
I'm not exactly sure where that one missed. That looked pretty close.
That pitch is a called strike. And it's 2-2. So the 2-2 pitch. That pitch is going to be fouled back.
Try to get him on that 2-2 slider there. Gage did. 9-hole hitter TK Crowder able to fight that off and live to fight another pitch.
So we'll get another 2-2 from Graziano. The pitch is going to miss down low and counts run full at 3-2.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming up here.
So here's the payoff, and it is swung on and missed. And Graziano throw another chair out here. This one to TK Crowder. And that'll get us back to the top of the order.
Third baseman number 13,
Peyton Lingerfeld, who hit Cooper Harris's first pitch straight up the middle for a base hit. The only hit of the day thus far for the Patriots. Graziano's first pitch misses away, 1-0.
Nice little slider there by Gage. Just missed a little bit outside. Just a bit outside,
Just
Charlie.
a bit outside. R.I.P. to the great Bob Euchre.
Amen to
As
that.
that pitch is a called strike.
So are we thinking Major League #1 on baseball movies of all time?
I
there,
mean,
Charlie, what do you think?
it is for me.
Yeah, I agree.
It's definitely the one I've seen the most too. I mean, we wore that thing out when I was in high school. I can't even tell you how many times we watched that, but it was enough time. Of course, I'm old enough that was a VHS tape, and well, we had to get another one because
I grew up on the VHS tapes.
We wore that sucker out. That's a great breaking ball. And another chair thrown by Gage Graziano. Just a beautiful backwards K
That is
right
now
there.
7 strikeouts for the Viking pitching staff between Cooper Harris and Gage Graziano.
And I believe it's 7 in a row, is it not?
Yep, I believe so. It sure is. 7 strikeouts in a row.
Again, not saying that the Viking defense needs the help, but it sure, again, does make your defense a whole lot better.
It sure does.
First pitch is a fastball for a strike to Blevins. Blevins, who had a really nice sacrifice bunt in his first trip. And gets another swing and a miss right there.
Yeah, Graziano just really mixing it up with that arm side run fastball, his changeup, and his devastating slider changeup on that one. And now he's got him 0-2.
So here's Graziano's 0-2 pitch. And that is
Ooh.
a fastball called strike 3. Graziano strikes out the side, and we will head to the bottom of the third with the score still the Vikings 2, the Patriots nothing here on the Viking Sports Network.
Individual effort, dedication, and a positive attitude combined with team spirit are the key elements of winners. The Robinette Company has positions available for people who want to join our winning team of over 400 employees. We proudly provide flexible packaging for many of our nation's finest brands like Moon Pie, Royal Oak Charcoal, Pillsbury, King Arthur Flour, Great Value, Food Club, and many others. Apply online at robinettejobs.com today. An equal opportunity employer.
There's always two sides to every story. At Toyota of Bristol, it's no different. Some say we have a stress-free buying process. Others say it's a no-haggle approach. Some believe our service techs got them back on the road in no time. Others say their wait flew by. And some say they were treated like family, while others felt they were put first. No matter how you look at it, you can't deny the truth. We'll get you exactly what you're looking for. Toyota of Bristol always gives you more.
In Birmingham, they love to go now. Boo, boo, boo. Now we all did what we could do. Now Watergate does not bother me. Look, you shook, 'cause ain't no such things as halfway crooks. They never around when the beef cooks in my part of town. It's similar to Vietnam. Now we
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Tennessee High Baseball here on the Viking Sports Network. Dane Music will lead things off here for the Vikings in the third inning. Dane grounded to short in his first trip.
Back to the top of the lineup for Tennessee High.
And the first pitch is a breaking ball in for a called strike, 0-1. The lefty kicks, and the pitch is going to miss inside, 1-1.
So we got Major League as number 1, Charlie. So what would be our Mount Rushmore
Oh, mercy.
of baseball movies?
Well,
What do you think?
I definitely, Bull Durham is definitely on
Bull
there
Durham,
for me.
I have that on there too.
Bull Durham, unquestionably to me. I
I like Sandlot.
love
gotta
the
throw Sandlot in there.
I quoted the Sandlot earlier when we were off mic, with the famous "You're Killing Me" Smalls.
Yep.
Also a just absolute gem, that movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would probably have those three, and then you get into some interesting territory.
This is where you just it's wide open.
and as music goes down swinging, you certainly could go with a number of different choices. A lot of people would go with Moneyball. Of course, a lot of people would go with Field of Dreams, and I just fundamentally disagree with that. I'm not a huge fan of that
I do
film.
too. Field of Dreams is a great feel type of movie, but you just in terms of the baseball greats, the baseball movie grades.
Honestly, it's not even the best one with Shoeless Joe Jackson in it.
Very true.
8 Men Out is a
8 Men Out is fantastic.
just tremendous
Very
movie.
underrated.
I mean,
nonetheless.
it is a tremendous movie. Coach Estep is chiming in with Pride of the Yankees.
Absolutely not. Not with my Boston shirt on. No, sir. No, sir. No.
I will say last place is The Babe. An absolute abomination of a movie. John Goodman playing Babe Ruth is just, it's really,
Just
really
no.
bad. It's really, really bad. You know, I do really like Moneyball. I think Moneyball is a terrific film.
I was about to say I might change it up and throw Moneyball in there. It was between that and Angels in the Outfield.
Oh, yeah, I'm not an
That
Angels
was
in the Outfield
Angels in the
guy,
Outfield
but,
was a very nostalgic movie for me as a kid.
actually, another one I really like is Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year is a great one.
I think Rookie of the Year, that's the Dennis Quaid play, you know, based on a true story. I think that's a really terrific film. Coach Estep's chiming in with The Natural.
The
which
Natural's not a bad one.
I'm going to have to admit.
Not on my Mount Rushmore.
I'll have to admit, have not seen The Natural.
Wow.
I need to see The Natural. I've almost watched it 3 or 4 times, and every time it's like something jumps in front. And as that ball's hit high in the air by Graziano, dead center field, Crowder underneath, and he will make the catch. And there are 2 away. Yeah, I just think that Major League and Bull Durham are just totally unimpeachable.
Yep. 1-2. That's a good 1-2.
I think Bull Durham is such a phenomenal movie.
It really is. Bull Durham doesn't actually hit you until you get a little bit older.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, it's a movie that I enjoy more and more. I did actually enjoy when I saw it in the theater, Major League 2.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't held up nearly as well. The original Major League still holds up pretty darn well for the most
absolutely.
part. Major League 3, an abomination.
No, just don't.
An absolute abomination.
I might have watched 5 minutes of that thing before I shut it off.
Yeah, that
was like, all right,
they're
trying too hard.
And I mean, Major League, of course, a lot of the best lines in Major League we can't share here on the air. This is a family program, but just so many funny lines, so many really vivid characters. I mean, it's just a fantastic film. As that ball was grounded foul by Fagans, and it's 2-2 on the Viking first baseman. It's really a question of who's your favorite Major League character.
It's tough.
It's a really tough one.
Real tough.
I mean, personally for me, it's
Bob Uecker, maybe.
Well, Bob, you know, I mean, Harry Doyle, one of the great play-by-play voices of our time.
Absolutely.
And then
Harry Carey's a good one.
Yeah. Now, Harry Doyle was Bob Uecker's character in Major League.
Right.
And then, I mean, for me in Major League, it's a toss-up for me between Serrano and as Fagans wears one here on the 3-2 pitch. That's the worst when it's 3-2 and you get hit by the pitch.
Oh, he got hit?
Yeah, just kind of nicked him a little bit there. Yeah, I'd have to go with Willie Mays Hayes or Pedro Serrano. Those are the two that just are the most consistently entertaining, I would say. Now Hudson Pender. Hudson, who reached on an error to open the second inning, takes a called strike. Came around to score on the Rylan Lambert base hit. Taking a long time, and Hudson's finally going to call timeout as Blevins just kept staring down Fagans over at first, who doesn't look like he's going anywhere. Here's the pitch. That ball's going to skip into the dirt, and even the count at 1. So here's the 1-1 to Pender. That pitch is going to be grounded towards the middle. Shortstop will take the easy route, and we'll get a 6-4 force to retire the side. So the Vikings get a base runner, but nothing else, and we will head to the fourth inning with the score Tennessee High 2, Sullivan East nothing here on the Viking Sports Network.
You like trucks? Friendship's got trucks. What trucks? All the trucks. New trucks, used trucks, small trucks, big trucks, gas, diesel, hybrid, EV, fire trucks, smart. Wait, no fire trucks. But we've got red trucks, though. We've got trucks for work, trucks for play, trucks for hauling, trucks for pollen, trucks that drive themselves. Because no one has more trucks than Friendship.
There's always two sides to every story. At Toyota of Bristol, it's no different. Some say we have a stress-free buying process. Others say it's a no-haggle approach. Some believe our service techs got them back on the road in no time. Others say their wait flew by. And some say they were treated like family, while others felt they were put first. No matter how you look at it, you can't deny the truth. We'll get you exactly what you're looking for. Toyota of Bristol always gives you more.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Todd Houston Memorial Field as the first pitch from the Vikings' new pitcher, Eli Peters, goes into the dirt. Of course, we had Eli in the game we did last week, and he pitched very well in relief out of the bullpen. So the freshman left-hander will get one in there for strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, Eli, the last game we did together, Charlie, he went 3 1/3 and only allowed 1 hit. No strikeouts, no walks, no earned runs, but just 1 hit and 3 1/3.
Just crafty leftying it up out here.
Your favorite.
I do like a good crafty lefty. That pitch misses away. And it's 2-1. Vikings also with a defensive change. Knox Kazee into the lineup at second base. And that's a nice pitch by Peters, and it's 2-2.
Knox Kasim, number 5.
That is correct. So the 2-2 pitch misses just off the plate. Nice pitch right there by Peters, and that'll run the count full at 3-2. Payoff. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Eli Peters throws Zach Johnson a chair. And there's one away.
Now batting the DH, number 12.
He heard you talking about him not getting any strikeouts last week and decided he needed to get in on the action.
And keeps that strikeout streak going. 2, 3, 4. That's 9 strikeouts in a row for Tennessee High pitching.
So they've gone through the entire lineup right here. Really, since Zach Johnson drew a walk, it's been nothing but K's. If we did a promotion like they do at the Tennessee games, we'd all be 1 strikeout from Queso.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we need to call Miles Vance at Moe's, and he's a good Viking supporter. Maybe he'd be interested in something like that. Here comes the 0-2 from Peters.
Welcome to Moe's.
And there is a ground ball to short. Pender up with it, fires across the diamond to Fagans. So the strikeout streak comes to an end, but that's now 10 in a row retired by Viking pitching. And Josh Misitano will bat for Sullivan East.
Struck out in his first at-bat, as did many of the Patriots.
I say, as we will say for the next 5 batters. That pitch misses 1-0. Misitano's was a swinging strikeout. Here's the 1-0. Misses away, 2-0.
Just missed the outside corner there.
So here's the 2-0 pitch from Peters. Another one of these fantastic freshmen that the Vikings have. As he gets that one swung on and missed, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, quite the young nucleus for this Viking team. Got quite some bright horizons ahead in the next couple of years.
Absolutely. That pitch is fouled off. And evens the count at 2.
Quite hanging out.
Here's the 2-2. That pitch is going to be popped
Is that
over
gonna
behind
fall?
second base because he
Oh!
got his feet kind of turned around and can't quite make the play. So breaks the streak of 10 in a row retired and a 2-out base hit.
Yeah, I agree. We'll definitely get that the single.
Yeah, he just kind of broke back, kind of turned the wrong way to begin with and couldn't quite recover. He almost recovered, but just couldn't quite do it. And that'll bring Caden Hicks to the plate. Hicks went down swinging in his first trip.
I'll bet you he'll tell you he should have had that catch after it bounced off his glove.
Say you are correct, as that pitch is fouled right here at home plate. And Peters gets ahead in the count, 0-1. And now, base umpire saying something to Eli Peters. And here comes the 0-1. That pitch is going to be grounded up the middle for a base hit. So back-to-back singles for the Patriots here with 2 outs.
Back-to-back singles. Let's see if the Patriots can get something going here with 2 outs.
Patriots now with 2 on and 2 outs. And the batter will be the first baseman, Aldair Ortiz. Ortiz, stop me if you've heard this before, went down swinging in his first trip. So first pitch to Ortiz is going to be lined up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. They are going to wave the runner. The throw at the plate, and he is toast.
Out by a mile.
I mean, what an outstanding throw by Russell Blevins. Had him by, I don't know, 10 or 12 feet. I mean, that was not even close.
No, for sure. That was just an absolute amazing throw from the center field and able to get him by quite a few feet there. Fantastic job.
Yeah, the ball was well struck, so that certainly helped. But Blevins came up and just made a perfect throw. You know, essentially one-hopped the catcher and just a perfect long hop, just like you would draw it up. So the Vikings will head back to the dugout to get the sticks going. We head to the bottom of the fourth with the score Tennessee High 2, East nothing here on the Vikings Sports Network.
Individual effort, dedication, and a positive attitude combined with team spirit are the key elements of winners. The Robinette Company has positions available for people who want to join our winning team of over 400 employees. We proudly provide flexible packaging for many of our nation's finest brands like Moon Pie, Royal Oak Charcoal, Pillsbury, King Arthur Flour, Great Value, Food Club, and many others. Apply online at robinettejobs.com today. An equal opportunity employer.
You wanna be tough, better do what you can, so beat it. But you wanna be bad, just beat it. Beat it. No one wants to beat it. Show how funky, don't just your fighter. It doesn't matter who's wrong or right, just beat it. Just beat it. Just beat it. Just beat it. They're out to get you, better leave while you can. You wanna be a boy, you wanna be a man. You wanna stay alive, better do what you can. So beat it, just beat it. You have to show them that you're really not scared. You're playing with your life, this ain't no truth or dare. They'll kick you, think they beat you, think they'll tell you it's fair. So beat it, but you wanna be bad, just beat it. Beat it. No one wants to beat it. Line, get,
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we take a little look out here into the left field area where, we have the firehouse right out here by Haynesfield Elementary School, and some of our first responders taking in the ball game, which is good. I prefer they not have anything to do as firemen. We don't need any fires in town. So I hope they get to watch the game. But, of course, we know they'll be ready to go if they need to be. Knox Kazee will be the hitter. His first trip as he's gone in for the senior Caden Music. And he tried to bunt on the first pitch and fouled it off his foot. Knox on the season, 257. 11 runs batted in. Another one of these fabulous freshmen. And the 0-1. One hopper to the third baseman Lingerfeld. He fires across the diamond, and we've got one away. And Rylan Lambert will be the batter. Rylan, who had smoked an RBI single past a drawn-in shortstop his first time up. Opportunity right here. First pitch to Lambert is a called strike, 0-1.
Yeah, great little slider there by Blevins, who's been continuously improving that pitch with every inning.
Yeah, he's done a nice job today. Here's the 0-1. And Lambert hits a high fly ball center field. But TK Crowder is right there to make the catch.
Yeah, Blevins only given up 2 runs on those 2 hits there in that second inning. One of those runs unearned due to the error on the second baseman in the second inning.
Oh, that's the thing. That inning started off with the error that just kind of got things going for the Vikings. And Russell Blevins will be the hitter. Russell, base hit in his first trip. And he hits this ball right where it was pitched, high in the air to right field. And the right fielder Hicks will make the catch, and the Vikings are quickly done here in the 4th. So we will head to the 5th inning by telling you the score. It's the Vikings 2 and Sullivan East nothing here on the Vikings Sports Network.
The Robinette Company supports Viking athletics. We are one of the Tri-Cities' premier manufacturing companies with over 400 skilled and dedicated employees. Just like the Viking athletes, training, dedication, and teamwork are the cornerstones of our success. We supply flexible packaging to many of our nation's finest products, such as Moon Pie, Royal Oak Charcoal, Pillsbury, King Arthur Flour, Great Value, Food Club, and many others. Join our winning team and apply online at therobinettecompany.com. An equal opportunity employer. Go Vikings!
Friendship Ford has it all. It's got a 7-day any reason exchange. Free delivery? Sure. And oh yeah, the region's only lifetime warranty. That is what Friendship Ford's got.
We're dealing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Tennessee High Baseball here on the Viking Sports Network. Coach Charlie Tiller with Ryan Dollinger and our producer Colin Moore.
Hey, buddy.
As we head to the top of the fifth, and the first pitch from Eli Peters is swung on and missed by Hale.
8-9-1 coming up for the Patriots as Ethan Hale gets us started.
So Peters' pitch is going to be down low, 1-1. Hale, the second baseman, struck out swinging in his first trip. Peters' pitch misses low again, 2-1.
Just 3 straight fastballs here so far for Eli. Trying to find the zone here.
2-1 pitch. That pitch is going to be grounded foul past third base. And it's 2-2. So here comes the 2-2 pitch from Peters. Popped high in the air. Shortstop Pender going out, going to give way to the left fielder Graziano, as he should.
That was almost some danger there.
Yeah.
Between Gage and the shortstop there, but great communication by Gage to call off the shortstop and make that first out.
And a good job by the shortstop to let him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes you'll get kids that'll be a little hard-headed and be like, no, it's me. But that is definitely, if he can get it, that's the outfielder's ball. And that pitch is going to miss upstairs to TK Crowder. Crowder went down swinging in his first trip. One-0. Nice breaking ball in there for a strike. 1-1. Peters 1-1. Called strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yep, fantastic slider there to set up that fastball on the outside corner, and Eli can pretty much go with whatever pitch he wants here at 1-2.
And he goes with that one and throws him a chair.
Looked like a little bit of a changeup there to slow him down, and a great pitch on the outside part of the plate. No chance for him to make contact, and there's 2 down.
Third baseman number 13, Peyton Lingerfeld.
So that'll bring Peyton Lingerfeld to the plate. Lingerfeld, first pitch single in his first trip, struck out looking in his second. And takes that pitch on the inside part of the plate for a strike, 0-1.
Another great slider there by Eli. He's in a great rhythm, feeling confident, really cooking up there on the mound so far.
0-1 pitch is swung on and missed, nothing in 2.
Follows his brilliant slider with a beautiful changeup on that pitch right there and gets 0-2 real quick. And again, he can go to pretty much any pitch he wants to here.
So the 0-2 just missed off the outside corner. It's a good place to miss right there.
Yep, fantastic spot. Elevated the fastball a little bit on the outside part, and now you like to see him go back to that slider here.
Here's the 1-2. And that pitch is going to stay just a bit upstairs. 2-2.
Yep, he went back to the slider there. You like to see that thrown right on his back foot, on the batter's back foot, but he just elevated a little bit. Still 2-2 though.
2-2 pitch. Tried to check his swing. Did not. And Eli Peters is through a second inning of work, and we are through the top of the 5th inning. We will head to the bottom of the 5th with the Vikings leading 2-0 here on the Vikings Sports Network.
There's always two sides to every story. At Toyota of Bristol, it's no different. Some say we have a stress-free buying process. Others say it's a no-haggle approach. Some believe our service techs got them back on the road in no time. Others say their wait flew by. And some say they were treated like family, while others felt they were put first. No matter how you look at it, you can't deny the truth. We'll get you exactly what you're looking for. Toyota of Bristol always gives you more.
Every car from Friendship comes with a lifetime warranty. Boom. So come buy better, then drive better at Friendship Hyundai of Bristol and Johnson City.
We're dealing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Tennessee High Baseball here on the Viking Sports Network as Colton Cross stands in the first pitch. Gets a little in on him, nearly hit him. Cross had a sacrifice fly in his first trip to drive in the second Viking run. That pitch is going to miss inside. Looks like Russell Blevins is beginning to get a little bit loose in the Viking bullpen. Here's the 2-0. It's going to miss upstairs, and it's 3-0. Be Cross, Altizer, and Lingerfelt and Music do up in this inning. And that is a called strike, 3-1. So 3-1 right here. A bit high in the air, right field. Caden Hicks, who's been a busy man today, makes the catch.
Sure has. That's, I believe, his 4th put out of the night. Make that 5. Been busy out there in right field.
It looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter right here. It's going to be the Vikings regular catcher, Austin Harbor. The freshman catcher going to get an AB right here.
Austin Harbor.
Harbor, 269. 16 runs batted in. So again, 1 out. Harbor will be the second batter of the inning. We'll get Dane Music after this. First pitch to Harbor is going to miss down low. Maybe a just a little bit inside, 1-0. So here's the 1-0 to Harbor. Breaking ball falls in there for a strike. Again,
Nice
I'm
little
pretty
pitch
impressed by
there.
Blevins.
Yeah, very much so. Again, only 2 runs on 2 hits. No walks given up, but a hit by pitch.
That pitch is going to be a strike as Harbor couldn't hold up. I think it might have been a strike anyway.
Yeah. And
And
he's
it's
got
1 and
3
2.
strikeouts.
And he'll swing through that one.
Make
And
that
Harbor
4.
down on strikes. That'll get us back to the top of the lineup in Dane Music.
4th strikeout of the night for Mr. Blevins there for the Patriots.
Music, who has been one of those, went down swinging in his last trip. It's also grounded to short. So Blevins getting ready. And his first pitch. It's going to be a called strike on the inside part of the plate, 0-1. So here's the 0-1 pitch. Going to be popped up, sky high, second baseman camping under it, and Ethan Hale makes the catch, and that will retire the side. So nothing doing in the inning for the Vikings. We will head to the 6th inning with the score, Tennessee High leading 2-0 here on the Viking Sports Network.
There's always 2 sides to every story. At Toyota of Bristol, it's no different. Some say we have a stress-free buying process. Others say it's a no-haggle approach. Some believe our service techs got them back on the road in no time. Others say their wait flew by. And some say they were treated like family, while others felt they were put first. No matter how you look at it, you can't deny the truth. We'll get you exactly what you're looking for. Toyota of Bristol always gives you more.
The Robinette Company supports Viking athletics. We are one of the Tri-Cities' premier manufacturing companies with over 400 skilled and dedicated employees. Just like the Viking athletes, training, dedication, and teamwork are the cornerstones of our success. We supply flexible packaging to many of our nation's finest products, such as Moon Pie, Royal Oak Charcoal, Pillsbury, King Arthur Flour, Great Value, Food Club, and many others. Join our winning team and apply online at therobinettecompany.com. An equal opportunity employer. Go Vikings!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Tennessee High Baseball on the Viking Sports Network. Coach Charlie Tiller here with Ryan Dolinger and our producer Colin Moore. As we start the 6th inning, we have a new pitcher, and it is Russell Blevins. Cooper Harris has re-entered the game in center field now, basically taking the spot where Blevins was playing.
Yeah, I guess we'll go down the line real quick. Cooper Harris, 1 1/3 innings pitched with just 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk allowed.
Pitch, a nice fastball running away from that left-handed hitter, and it's 0-2.
Gage Graziano came in after that, 1 2/3 pitched, no hits, no runs, no walks, 5 strikeouts.
Which, oh, by the way, is all of the outs he got.
All the outs he got, yep.
That pitch missed away. It's 1-2.
Eli Peters came in right after him and gave us 2 solid innings of just 3 hit ball and 3 strikeouts.
It's gonna be
No
fouled
runs
back.
given up. And we still have a 2-0 ball game.
Now Blevins out here. Maybe he can get these last 6 outs. Here's the 1-2. Missed somewhere. And that'll even the count at 2. Here's the 2-2. And he blows it by him. So Russell Blevins throws Luke Blevins a chair. Some Blevins on Blevins crime right there. And that'll bring Zach Johnson to the plate. Johnson, who's walked and struck out. Blevins quickly working. First pitch is a fastball for a strike. And now Johnson trying to kind of slow things down right here as Russell's trying to work quickly. Breaking ball missed low and away, 1-1.
Nice tight little breaking ball there that Russell throws there. Able to follow it with that fastball.
Here's the 1-1. Misses away, 2-1.
Great spot to be, just painting that black there. Just missed a little bit outside.
So here's the 2-1. Pitch is going to be popped down the right field line, and it is going to find the green. Big turnaround first, and definitely decided better of that one.
Yep, he will stay there.
So a little flare single right there for Johnson. 5th hit of the game for the Patriots. And Jonah Smith will be the batter. Jonah, who is struck out and grounded to Pender at short. Of course, a ground ball to short right here could be 2. First pitch is going to miss 1-0. So here's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be a called strike, 1-1. No runs, 5 hits, and an error for the Patriots. 2-2-0 for the Vikings. That is going to be right on the inside corner. Smith did not like that one at all as it got in on his hands. And it's 1-2.
Blevins doing a fantastic job with his fastball, just locating it in and out. Able to use every quadrant here.
1-2 pitch is going to be fouled off.
Got a little bit lucky there. Hung a slider. You don't want to leave it about belt high for the hitter to have a good chance of putting a solid piece of contact on there. But still ahead in the count, 1-2.
So here's the 1-2 pitch. Going to be bounced towards short. Pender will take the big hop, and the big hop eats him up. There. Johnson actually was running all the way and goes first to third. So the Patriots making some trouble here for the Vikings in the top of the 6th inning.
You can score that as an E6. Yeah, pretty high chopper there, and just unable to make the read and look it into his glove, and I think he might have taken a little bit of a shot to the face there, Charlie.
Yeah, it looked like he did based on his reaction. Coach Roberts out to check on him there for a second. Pender says he is okay. So now Lambert in at third base on the grass. I'm not sure the ball got loose out of the bullpen. And so out of the Sullivan East bullpen out there. So runners at the corners, 1 out. Interesting to see what Coach Brenninger decides to do right here. That first pitch is fouled off. Josh Misitano, who dropped a single into right field last time up. Has also struck out swinging.
Yeah, huge at bat here from Misitano. Has a runner on third and less than one out. Certainly want to put the ball in play and drive in this run for the Patriots.
And this is the deal. I think if you're the Vikings, you might just trade, as that is a nice running catch by Dane Music in foul ground. The run will tag up and score. So really, I mean, a long way to go right there. Vikings are going to appeal at third base. The umpire says that is not the case. So a sacrifice fly is what that will be. Again, really nice job by Dane Music running that ball down. He had to go a long way to catch that one.
Yeah, great job to run it down, and even more important, he hit his cutoff man.
Absolutely.
With an additional runner on base. Not the end of the world to give up that run, but great job to get the second out of the inning.
Yeah, and you definitely want to keep that guy at first and out of scoring position.
Absolutely.
As Caden Hicks will be the batter. He struck out and singled up the middle last time. That ball is fouled off.
And that will go down as an unearned run on Blevins there due to the error of the shortstop on the previous play.
Absolutely. So again, 2 outs. Runner at first. Vikings now lead 2-1. And here's the 0-1. Instead, we'll get a throw back to first. Smith had not wandered very far off that bag. Oh, 1. Swung on and missed, nothing in 2.
Great job there by Blevins, able to blow that fastball by him and get ahead 0-2. And he's got a plethora of different pitches he could use here.
Here comes the 0-2. That is called strike 3 on the outside corner. And that will retire the side. But the Patriots do get a run on a hit, 1 error, and they leave 1. So we will head to the bottom of the 6th with a new score as the Vikings 2 and Sullivan East 1 here on the Viking Sports Network.
Whatever it is you drive, you'll find it at Friendship. Tell them, Mitch.
We're dealing!
There's always 2 sides to every story. At Toyota of Bristol, it's no different. Some say we have a stress-free buying process. Others say it's a no-haggle approach. Some believe our service techs got them back on the road in no time. Others say their wait flew by. And some say they were treated like family, while others felt they were put first. No matter how you look at it, you can't deny the truth. We'll get you exactly what you're looking for. Toyota of Bristol always gives you more.
Hey, hit records on my demo. Did y'all boys not get the memo? I do not stay at the Intercontinental.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Tennessee High Baseball here on the Viking Sports Network. We have a new pitcher for Sullivan East. It is Peyton Lingerfeld, who had been the third baseman previously. So Lingerfeld on to pitch. And he's ahead quickly, 0-2.
Well, 2 pitches in, Lingerfeld is really impressing so far.
He is indeed.
Well,
this is upstairs right there. So it looks like T.K. Crowder has moved to third base where Lingerfeld previously was. Caden Hicks is now in center field. And Luke Blevins, it looks like, is in right. And that is a base hit for Gage Graziano on a 1-2 pitch. So just a good job of hitting by Gage right there down in the count. Kind of muscled that one up the middle. And Preston Fagans will be the batter. So Fagans.
How you doing?
0 for 1. Fly out and a hit by a pitch. He squares to bunt and pulls back as that pitch misses upstairs. 1-0. I think the Vikings would like to try to manufacture a run right here. Get a little bit more breathing room.
Yep, for sure. Going into the 7th.
So that base hit was the first base hit in a long time for the Vikings. Fagan squaring again, and instead Lingerfeld's going to step off.
Yeah, a little bit of a quiet night for these Viking bats today. Maybe they got a case of the Mondays, Charlie. I know we do.
Possibly. Every Monday and some Tuesdays. Here's the 1-0. There goes Graziano. That pitch, a little hit and run right there, is fouled off. So it's 1-1. More action in the Vikings bullpen.
Squaring around to bunt still here again.
And throw back to first. That's Brody Myers getting loose in the Vikings bullpen.
So just looking at your sheet here, Charlie, it looks like Brody Myers is the ace of the staff in terms of the most innings pitched here.
He has pitched quite a bit this year. We had him in one of the first game. In the first game we did, I believe he threw.
Gotcha.
So it's 2-1. Graziano over at first with a pretty good lead. Fagans fakes the bunt, and he is going to try and hit and run again, and again puts one on Edgemont Avenue.
Yeah, say Brody Myers' name, and of course that's him warming up in the bullpen down there. Might be expecting him to come close this one-run lead out in the 7th inning.
So here comes the 2-2 pitch to Fagans. And again, Lingerfeld going to step off. Seems quite concerned with Gage Graziano over there at first. And of course, Gage has good speed.
Well, for sure. Gage is definitely in his head, trying to throw the timing off of Gage, and
Graziano not going, and Fagans just kind of serves this one out into right field. Graziano will come around second and take a tumble, so he will head back to the bag. I think he was kind of indecisive right there, trying to decide if he was going to try to go first or third, and instead the second base bag decided that he was not going first to third.
Yeah, but give some credit to Fagans. A great piece of hitting with 2 strikes count on him. Able to poke the outside corner there and drop it down into right field for another single, and now they're cooking with first and second and nobody out.
So Pender is reached on an error, and on a fielder's choice. Grounded into that 6-4 fielder's choice his last time up. Had that ball that in between hopped the second baseman in his first trip. So here's the 0-1 to Hudson Pender. And finally he's going to call time after Lingerfeld taking a little bit of time here to release that pitch. And that pitch is going to miss away. And it's 1-1. Pender again, one of the highest batting averages on the team here at 378 coming into today. Graziano is going, and that ball is popped high in the air, and Graziano is going to have to get back in a hurry as that ball will be caught by the right fielder, but because he was going, he will have to return to second base.
And not able to tag up.
Advance.
Yeah.
So runners will remain at first and second for Knox Kazee. Kazee grounded to third in his first trip last time through. Still 2 on and 1 out for the Vikings. And Graziano will draw a look back by Lingerfeld. Lingerfeld obviously very concerned with what Graziano is doing because he squares and pulls back, and that pitch misses well outside. So it's 1-0. Kazee. And again, we'll have the pitcher looking back. That pitch is a called strike, 1-1.
Great little fastball, low one on the outside corner, able to get that quadrant down there and get that strike call. Great pitch.
Here comes the 1-1. I spoke too soon. Comes the 1-1. Pitch is going to miss low, 2-1.
Yeah, Gage really kind of zoning in on him and getting in his head. Gage always a threat to run, as we've seen already. Have him attempt to steal third on the previous at-bat.
Here's the 2-1. The pitch is going to miss away, 3-1. So
beautiful evening as the sun sets down there. Nice little
Turn.
color on the clouds there and down the left field line.
Turned quite pleasant. 3-1 pitch is going to be grounded to second. Could be 2.
Chance for
On
2.
to second for 1. Throw to first, not in time as Kazee is safe. Graziano took a big turnaround third.
He keeps stumbling there on the base paths. I wonder if is he actually wearing cleats or is he wearing turfs or just not getting any grip on the field there. That's the third time I've seen him fall down on the base paths.
Yeah, and I think he was intending to go score right there.
Yep. Maybe needs to replace those spikes.
So Ryland Lambert will now have an RBI opportunity. So the Vikings have runners at the corners. Now Kazee at first, got Graziano at third. And Lambert, 1 for 2. He singled in his first trip. Drove in the Vikings' first run, and Again, we get a fake there by Lingerfeld to third. And he honestly had a shot if he had turned and thrown.
Sure did.
At Kazee at first. And Kazee is going, not surprisingly, and he will go without any. So it's 1-0, and so now a real RBI chance for Rylan Lambert. And again, Lingerfeld steps off. Now he's back ready. And the pitch going from the windup. Throws a fastball for a strike. I guess he figures with runners second and third, nobody's going anywhere. Let's go from the windup. Here's the 1-1. That ball's going to be foul tipped. And it's 1-2.
Lingerfeld trying to pitch out of this early jam where he had runners on first and second and nobody out. So far, so good. Now there's two. Now he's got a 1-2 count. And get out of this jam. Still only down by 1.
And that is going to be a called strike 3 on the corner. Really nice pitch right there. And we will head to the 7th inning. Vikings 3 outs away from a victory. Tennessee High leads 2-1 as we head to the 7th here on the Viking Sports Network.
There's always two sides to every story. At Toyota of Bristol, it's no different. Some say we have a stress-free buying process. Others say it's a no-haggle approach. Some believe our service techs got them back on the road in no time. Others say their wait flew by. And some say they were treated like family, while others felt they were put first. No matter how you look at it, you can't deny the truth. We'll get you exactly what you're looking for. Toyota of Bristol always gives you more.
Friendship Ford has it all. It's got a 7-day any reason exchange. It's got over 2,000 vehicles in stock. Yeah, that internet price you see, we guarantee it. You want free delivery? Sure, anywhere. And oh yeah, the region's only lifetime warranty. That's on every vehicle sold. And that, my friends, is what Friendship Ford's got.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Tennessee High Baseball here on the Viking Sports Network. We are in the 7th inning. Vikings 3 outs away from a victory to close out their 2025 regular season, and they turn to Brody Myers to try and close things out. And the right-hander's first pitch is pretty nasty, 0-1.
Nasty little slider there by Brody Myers. I guess you could call Brody the ace of the staff, as he does have the most games started and most innings pitched on the team for the Vikings.
And he gets a breaking ball in there for a strike. Myers, a junior.
Getting his bullpen session in on a Monday, and I think we might expect him to start the game on Thursday,
There's
Charlie.
Probably a good chance of that, as that ball is fouled off. So, an 0-2 count. To Aldair Ortiz. And that's a nice pitch, and that is a nice job of hitting right there.
Wow. As a pitcher, it's the most frustrating. You make a great pitch, and he puts just a little piece of the bat on it, and it just flies over the first baseman's head for a hit. Nothing more frustrating.
I would say so. And so that'll bring the second baseman, Ethan Hale, to the plate. Hale, who struck out and popped to left He's the one who hit that little flare between short and left field that Graziano came in and caught him off, and they're going to bunt, and I don't blame them. Lambert will make the play. So a nice sacrifice bunt right there. And a nice job by Rylan Lambert coming and getting that out. So now the potential tying run is in scoring position.
With one out.
And TK Crowder will be the batter. He's now the third baseman. Crowder's gone down on strikes twice. That pitch is going to be fisted over there. Fagans will touch it up in foul ground, and it's 0-1. So again, runner at second, one out. Vikings with a one-run lead. And here's the 0-1 pitch. And that ball is fouled off.
Great little front door slider there by Brody. Able to hit that inside corner and have him foul it off, and now with an 0-2 count. Big advantage here for Brody.
So here's the 0-2. And he looked like he might have tried to overthrow that one a little bit. That's 1-2.
Yeah, solid little waist pitch there. Like you said, Charlie definitely tried to overthrow that one.
It just looked to me like he was trying to reach back for something right there. But that's fine. That's what you get ahead in the count for. Here's the 1-2.
Oh.
Slider in the dirt. Nice stop by Altizer.
I'd check on that check swing there, catcher. That looked like pretty close to a check swing. And the catcher's not even checking with the field ump, is he?
Also a pretty terrible angle for the base umpire. So and now Crowder will ask for time. Interesting decision right here for Myers. Does he try to get him to chase, or does he not want to go full on him? The top of the order on deck. And
almost did.
Nice job just spoiling that pitch right there by Crowder, I thought.
Yep, threw another slider there in the dirt, and Crowder able to fight that off. A great job there. Great two-strike approach by Crowder.
That's something you just don't see as much anymore. People trying to, just choke up and put it in play with two strikes. And that is a really good pitch. And Crowder will take a seat. And there are two down.
Yeah, that's where I think you might have had Crowder guessing. Threw him three straight sliders, and he was probably expecting another slider there and able to blow a fastball in the inside corner right by him for the second out. Huge strikeout.
That'll leave it up to Peyton Lingerfeld, the now pitcher for Sullivan East. 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Singled in his first trip on the first pitch and has struck out in his last two. And he takes a fastball for a strike, 0-1. So Myers trying to nail this thing down right here. Here is the 0-1 pitch. That is a called strike, 0-2.
And down to the last strike.
Now it looks like Coach Brenninger is going to have a word with his hitter, which will cause Altizer to go out here and have a word with Myers. So, Vikings 1 strike away. But, of course, way ahead in the count right here. The Vikings looking for win number 17 on the season. Here's the 0-2. That pitch is going to be skied Foul. Music giving it chase, but will run out of real estate. Of course, we'll have one more Viking Sports Network broadcast for you folks tomorrow as we head down to Rotary Field to check out the Lady Viking softball team taking on Knox Carnes. Here's the 0-2. And that ball, he just got a piece of that one.
Great two-strike approach here by Little Felt. Still 0-2. But you've seen these Patriot hitters fight off pitches all day long.
Yeah, it looked like he was fooled on that one and just got, the very end of the bat on that ball. So here comes the 0-2. And a nice pitch.
Just a bit outside.
Just a very bit outside. It was definitely outside, but he didn't miss by much. And, again, that's a great place to miss.
Great place to miss on an 0-2 pitch for sure.
So now it's 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. That pitch is going to be bounced towards short. Pender up with it, and everybody's safe. So that's going to be an infield single right there. Nice diving stop and a really good play by
Fantastic.
Pender. You really want to keep that ball in the infield.
Yeah, great job by Pender, able to dive and just keep that ball in front of him. Again, preventing that runner from scoring and tying this game up.
Yeah, and another, kind of underrated part of that, Preston Fagan's keeping that ball because it was not a good throw over to first. And he was able to keep it in front of him and keep that runner at third base. So Coach Roberts going to come out here and have a word.
He's definitely giving him a stern talking to, I would say.
Yeah, I would think that seems to be the case. I'd say if it was me, I'd also be telling Altizer we are not throwing down to second base right here. If that runner decides to try to move up.
Yep, and you got...
So 2 outs, runners at the corners.
Yeah, Luke Blevins coming up to the plate 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts. But
he's 0 for 2 because he had a sac bunt.
0 for 2, okay,
yeah.
Gotcha. Had the sac
bunt.
But
still, the point stands. A sacrifice bunt and 2 strikeouts.
And had quite the day on the mound.
He did. He pitched extremely well today.
Went 5 strong innings. I'd call it a quality start.
He's honestly trying to get himself off the hook right here.
Yep.
Hope that he doesn't. And the first pitch is going to be fouled back. So again, runners at the corners.
Changing out some of the baseballs here.
Might as well. Last home game. Let's get some use out of those suckers.
Yeah.
And now Coach Cross is going to bring the umpire some more. Unfortunately, he just dropped one, but
Yep.
So it's 0-1. Again, runners at the corners, 2 outs. Vikings clinging to a 2-1 lead. That pitch is going to miss well outside. 1-1.
Yeah, overthrowing it just a little bit there. Brody's just got to take a deep breath and settle in here. 1 pitch away from winning this ball game. Well, if he puts the pitch in play. Yeah.
So here's the 1-1. That pitch is going to be popped foul. Now a strike away.
Yeah.
So here comes the 1-2. We're going to get a throwback to third.
Oh,
They've got him
got
picked
him.
off. We're going to have a rundown right here. And Altizer runs him down, and that will do it.
1-5
So
to
that
2.
will go down 1-5 to 2. Nice pickoff right there by Brody Myers to end this ball game. Not exactly what you expect to happen right there.
That is a tough way to lose, Charlie.
That is, and you could tell Coach Brenninger, as soon as he kind of froze right there, Coach Brenninger was, how shall we say, less than thrilled.
Yeah, for sure.
So that will do it. The Tennessee High Vikings take a 2-1 win here on senior night. Really well-pitched game for the Vikings.
Yeah, fantastic. Probably the best collective group effort pitching performance that they've had all year.
Yeah, and it was, and that is exactly right. It was a definite group effort. You know, as you kind of detailed earlier. So we got an inning and a third from Cooper Harris. Pitched really well, struck out 3. Gage Graziano then pitched an inning and 2/3, struck out all 5 batters that he faced. Eli Peters came in through two outstanding innings, really. Also struck out 3. Excuse me.
Only gave up 3 hits.
Yeah, just gave up this, kind of scattered the 3 hits. Russell Blevins pitched an inning. You know, nothing doing in that. He did give up the 1 unearned run and struck out 2 as well. And then Brody Myers finishes things off. I'll tell you one thing that I like is there's a 1 in that walk column.
Yep.
I mean, that's a big part of it. You know, you don't
1 walk
necessarily.
and 1 hit batter. You can't ask any more out of your pitching staff.
Absolutely,
than
that's
that.
going to get it done. So
and some great momentum going into the playoffs.
Absolutely. So the Vikings finished 2 runs, 4 hits, and an error. They left 4 on base. East a run on 7 hits, 1 error. They left 6 on. So the Vikings take home a regular season finale win. They improved to 9-3 in conference play, 17-9 overall. East falls to 0-12 in conference play, 11-17 overall. So East will play on Wednesday in the first round of the district tournament game and kind of basically a play-in game. Then the Vikings will take on either Unicoi County or David Crockett, depending on how Unicoi's game goes with Elizabethton on Thursday. Again, we will have one more broadcast for you on the season of a game, as we have the Lady Vikings softball team taking on Knox Carnes tomorrow at 5:30. So we hope that y'all will tune in and check that one out. And then, of course, on Sunday, a little different kind of a broadcast, as we will be broadcasting the Tennessee High Athletic Awards Day. That will begin at 2 o'clock on Sunday, where we will honor all of our student athletes and various award winners. So we hope that you guys, if you can't make it out to the ball game tomorrow or can't make it out on Sunday, that you tune in. Again, hit that subscribe button on the Viking Sports Network. We've always got a lot of really good stuff for y'all, and you know, games all year long. We're coming to the end, but we've brought you all kinds of stuff this year and plan to continue to going forward. So Ryan, again, it was a pleasure.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you.
Honor and a privilege to be here with such a gentleman and a scholar.
Well, I tell
Coach
you,
Charlie Tiller.
You are entirely too kind, but that will be it for this evening. So for Ryan Dollinger and our producer Colin Moore, this is Coach Charlie Tiller telling you to have a good evening and go Vikes.